How's it going, everybody? Welcome. I'm gonna be getting started here in just a minute or two. I'm just setting up a couple last things and we'll be good to go. You know, watching these intros that I've made makes me realize it's been a little while since I've done an update on it, and I've actually got one that I've been working on that I just haven't finished yet. I expect to have it up within hopefully this week. I'm gonna try to have a new one for this week. All right, well, let's get at it today, huh? Thanks for being here, guys. I know it's early start today. 10:30 in the morning is kind of uncharted territory for me on days where there's not major content releases. So like, yeah, okay, that was yesterday, but I mean, like, usually the only time I'm streaming this early in the morning is if we have live streams or something like that going on, new version stuff. So yeah, there's you know, kind of a little bit of a precedent for me to do it differently during these stream weeks whenever I do them. So they'll kind of be interspaced between evening and daytime streams. Tomorrow's will probably be a daytime stream as well. I do need to take care of the Spiral Abyss, so I'll probably be doing that tomorrow. I might start that one a little earlier even if I can. Let's see who's in the chat. Hi, welcome. Malv Voyager says Heizou is really fun. Nice. I haven't leveled mine yet, but I need to. Heizou's amazing. Alas, mine has to wait his turn. Yeah, it seems like people like him. I do plan to level him. I need to get together and see what I can do with him and see how he'll kind of fit into to, you know, various party comps. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna work. Dermelis, how's it going? I am doing well. How are you? Blue Latte, what's up? Gene Shadow, hey, how's it going? Welcome. And Shuni Eddie, good evening. Oh, where are you? It is very early in the morning here. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna be starting the stream off today. Actually, I know I've got some game window stuff pulled up here, but actually the first thing I want to get into is Heizou's collected Miscellany, because that came out yesterday and I haven't watched it yet. So I want to do that. So we're gonna do that really quick. And then we will get into kind of seeing what DILUC's doing here at the end of the second year of the game. As this, you know, we got the second year anniversary for Genshin Impact coming up, and DILUC's been here since the beginning. So let's see how he stacks up these days. But first, like I said, we're gonna do this. But I do first need to change my link here, because this is still the other trailer. And that's not what we're watching. Although it is amazing. God, just Signora's theme at the beginning of it even. Alright, here we go.
Technically speaking, the Tenryou Commission has no formal position called detective. However, formal or not, Doshin Shikanoin is indisputably the Commission's top sleuth. And every co-worker and criminal he has ever met has come to refer to him as that famous detective. Even the most rigid of rules will bend to accommodate extraordinary talent. And so the young prodigy detective's reputation only continues to grow.
I'm on the case.
Heizou prefers to avoid physical combat and prides himself on winning battles with his intellect. However, even he admits that sometimes the martial arts skills that his father made him learn are vital when defending himself in the pursuit of justice.
It's interesting that he doesn't like fighting, but he learned a
Although
style
cracking
that's
cases is a
lot more
detective's
intimate.
core duty, Heizou believes his true calling lies in preventing would-be criminals from ever committing crimes in the first place.
Free crime.
When Shikanoin Heizou is in the party, he reduces sprinting stamina consumption for your own party members, making exploration faster.
Yeah,
Heizou's normal
sprinting
attack performs
stamina
up to 5
consumption
strikes
reduction is
that
always
deal
nice.
anemo damage. His charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to perform a sweeping kick, dealing anemo damage.
Catalyst, so yeah.
Tap Heizou's elemental skill to wield the swift winds and launch a powerful strike that deals anemo damage. Holding the skill charges energy and allows Heizou to obtain up to 4 stacks of the declension effect, which
Declension.
increases the power of the next elemental skill.
Interesting.
When the skill button is released, or the skill finishes charging, Heizou strikes forward, dealing anemo damage. When Heizou
Do you think he
possesses
deals
4
anemo damage?
declension stacks, the conviction effect is produced, further increasing the damage and AoE of the next elemental skill. After unlocking the talent Paradoxical Practice, Shikanoin Heizou will gain 1 declension stack when he triggers a swirl reaction on the field. This effect can only be gained once per short period. Strategic use of this effect allows Heizou to quickly gain declension stacks and increase the power of the elemental skill.
Huh.
Sharp investigative instincts enable
Does seem like he's
Heizou to quickly
fast-paced.
pinpoint the motive and method behind a crime. His sheer brilliance means that many aspire to one day partner with him on a case. When the talent Penetrative Reasoning is unlocked, after Heizou's elemental skill hits an opponent, the elemental mastery of all other party members is increased for a limited time.
Interesting. They're going for EM boost for Vaporize. I mean, it's still
When
effective.
Heizou unleashes his elemental burst, he leaps into the
I like
air
the
and
range
kicks the
that has.
Fudo-style vacuum slugger towards the enemy. The
Doesn't
vacuum slugger
persist, though,
explodes
which
on
is
hit,
interesting.
creating a wind tunnel that pulls in nearby
does it?
objects
Oh,
and
it does.
opponents, and
Okay.
deals AoE anemo damage. When vacuum slugger hits enemies affected by Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro, it afflicts them with Windmuster Iris. Moments later, Windmuster Iris explodes and dissipates, dealing AoE damage of the corresponding elemental type.
It was actually really cool looking.
Vacuum Slugger can afflict a maximum of 4 enemies with the Windmuster Iris. A single enemy cannot be affected by irises of different elemental types at the same time. Though Shikanoin Heizou always chooses brains over brawn, he is nimble and well practiced in the martial arts of his clan. This, plus his keen sense of battle judgment, makes him more competent at close quarters combat than most imagine. In battle, the elemental skill is Heizou's main means of attack. A smart offensive allows him to rack up declension stacks and unleash a more powerful elemental skill.
One of
When
these
energy
days.
is full, Heizou unleashes his elemental burst and uses the vacuum slugger to deal anemo damage. By effectively coordinating with his teammates, Heizou can afflict enemies with the Windbuster Iris, lowering their defenses while assisting his allies. For most detectives, finding the truth is the end goal of every case. Once the file is closed and the criminal brought to justice, the satisfied sleuth sits back and congratulates themselves on a job well done. But even a job well done is not enough for Heizou. Finding the truth is good, but finding a way to dissuade criminals in the first place is even better. If it were anyone else, I would laugh off their delusions of grandeur. Surely no single detective could hope to reduce crime through the sheer weight of their reputation. And yet, in the case of Shikanoin Heizou, I find myself entertaining a faint and uncharacteristic sense of optimism.
Huh.
With that said,
That
it
says
is
a
a
lot.
pity that a detective of his caliber was unavailable to take on the case of the deicide of the God of Contracts.
What? Deicide? What? Excuse me, is he trying to say that Zhongli murdered a god? What? Yo, is Zhongli a murderer? What happened? Excuse me. Hang on.
Sense of optimism. With that said, It is a pity that a detective of his caliber was unavailable to take on the case of the deicide of the God of Contracts.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure deicide is murdering gods. Who's this? Gore the God Butcher? Hang on. Like, yeah, maybe it doesn't mean that, Beans. Maybe you're right. Maybe it means like he's talking about like maybe if he had been around to resolve the case of the death of the God of Contracts, which would be maybe a softer take on that. So maybe you're right. Hopefully you're right. I don't think. Wow, because that would be like super weird. Because you know there has been at least one instance of somebody accusing Zhongli of murder. But yeah, you're probably right. It's probably not that. It's probably just you know saying if he were available to research who killed the God of Contracts. Although that's weird to me that he would even bring that up this late in the game, because we all know that he wasn't actually dead. And I'm kind of surprised that Dain doesn't know that. Like, he basically faked his own death. So, I mean, yeah, okay, all Archons had to murder, like, but here's the thing, like, deicide is more like murder, and war kind of muddies that up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you could argue at the end of the day, like, murder is murder, right? But, like, God, this got really dark really fast. But, like, yeah, you got to think, like, all's fair in war, right? So, like, that's a little different. It takes some of, like, the personification out of it. Interesting. I really... this means a... like, okay, so Dain may not... Like, if it is talking about, you know, the whole Morax thing where, like, Morax was murdered, then he doesn't know that Zhongli is still around. He doesn't know that the God of Contracts is actually still alive today, which could be an interesting interaction between you know, Dain and anybody really, like when he finds out that happened. But that's weird to me that he wouldn't know that, right? Because he's the bow keeper, he's in touch with the ley lines, and the ley lines see all. So I don't know. I don't know, it's weird. Like, deicide is not a word that you would use for the Archon War. Like, I really don't see that how that would be. Like, I see that more as like you know, like, what's her name who accused him of killing, like, the God of Salt. Obviously we know he didn't do that, but, like, interesting. I'm gonna keep that one as like a mental tally. Like, it's probably just talking about, you know, the mystery of like who killed Morax way back when. But what if it's not? So I'm just gonna keep that one, like, you know, kind of like written on a piece of paper, folded up, and, like, you know, put in the desk, and just like, okay, I'm gonna keep this over here so that this doesn't catch me off guard later, just in case. It's probably nothing. We'll see. It's better for Lua to think their god is dead anyways. Yes, I mean, in general, I would say it's better for Lua to continue to believe that. Anyways, so let's do some DILUC things, huh? We just watched the collective Miscellany for Heizou. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically what we've been up to for like the last few minutes. We've just been discussing Dain's lines at the end of the collected Miscellany video, which was pretty interesting. And now I'm gonna do some stuff with DILUC here and see kind of how he's shaken out these days with reference to, you know, the game's been out for almost 2 years, and, you know, this character's been around a hot minute. Pretty much all the characters that I'm on right now have been around for a hot minute. So, but really, this party's kind of meant to, I don't know, kind of help DILUC shine a bit. If you guys have any recommendations to help further propel DILUC, I would be interested to see some of that. Did Teyvat freeze, or is it just me? Are you talking about my stream? It looks like everything's still good, at least over on Twitch side. Okay, it was you. Okay, good. DILUC skin is really nice. The high ponytail is great. Yeah, no, I think it's really cool. They definitely did a nice job with the design for this. I almost cratered my DILUC. That was close. Frogs. There should be some Fatui guys over here for me to pick on, but I do need to get some some energy back here really quick. Sad you don't have DILUC. I have more DILUCs than I probably overall care to have, but honestly, I mean, DILUC's cool, right? He's always been cool. My DILUC is C5 because I've had him for a million years now, but, you know, only one to go. One of these days, I'm going to get that last one. I feel like that C6 is probably pretty dirty. All right, squirrel. Oh, I thought that one would still be here. There should be the 3 that are over here. Actually, I think I should have... No, I killed that ruined guard yesterday, didn't I? I don't think they've respawned. So I'm going to have to deal with these crappy Fatui over here, which are usually garbage to deal with, but it's fine. Got enough elemental diversity where they shouldn't be too annoying.
Everybody stand! Let me score!
Ah, come on. Okay. Get out of here with that. Ah!
Fate is upon you.
I kind of did that out of order. 1, 2, 3. Ah, come on! He shielded himself right as I dropped that on him. That's really annoying. Whatever. I didn't have a lot of energy to work with when I started this, so... Well, I got Zhongli's shield. I don't even really need to be bouncing around that much. Oh my god, TH, give your DILUC luck. I mean, I don't know if I would even consider it luck. I've had him for a long time, you know. He was one of the first 5-star characters I ever pulled from the base banner, so... And I am right now completely afraid to continue rolling on even the limited banner. Like, I don't dare go for Heizou constellations because I've already got, you know, 40 down on that, and I'd rather just save them for 3.0 at this point. I don't want to risk, you know, wasting a potential 5-star pull from 3.0. I mean, yeah, okay, if I got not the banner character, then it would just bump my pity straight into 3.0, but I might as well not waste that opportunity, right? Usually just use them in the cursed Mondstadt talent domain. Which one? Is DILUC going to be involved in the story? I feel like DILUC definitely needs to be involved in the story, and I think as Kaya gets more involvement, I think we might see some more of the some more DILUC interactions, which would be great. Honestly, it's way overdue. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and just bust this guy then. Okay, well, Mona can get it done. Let's see. That was kind of weird. Definitely not as fast as like just using Yelan, and I think that you know, there could be an argument to be made that Yelan would maybe be better than having Mona in this group. But actually, Mona can give me those big crunchy, you know, huge damage numbers that you know, everybody likes. So there is a bit of that. Like,
everybody stand back.
do
Decided
this and back off for a second. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, those. You already got a C1 Kazuha and Heizou. You'll take it. Nice. Somehow I rolled an Edo with 36 pity on the Europe server. You never play on there except for rolls. That's unfortunate. / Is it though? I don't know. Let's go over to the islands here really quick. I might go into the chasm because the knights down there might be an interesting set of enemies to kind of take on with DILUC and see how that's working out. Hey, crystal flies, come here. Never let the crystal flies, you know, fly away without at least trying to get them. All right. Oh, wrong button. I'm just gonna skate past all that. Why that felt slow? That was weird. Oh, I think it was that ghost line that did that. Well, it wasn't even that big a damage. I've seen much bigger damage numbers come off a Mona burst for sure. Alright, here. Have a DILUC burst. Die. It didn't die. You were supposed to die. There we go. I still have to continue. Oh, They're actually showing the quantities on your loot tables now. That's pretty cool. I'm still working on leveling up the talents on my DILUC. Honestly, he's been underserved for a long time for me. And so this is kind of a restarting of using DILUC for the first time in a very, very long time. So I don't know why I swapped characters before I did that. His talents right now are 699. I definitely need to increase these. I'd like to actually go ahead and, I don't know, potentially even crown his I could see triple crowning DILUC, honestly. We'll see. Maybe I will. I don't triple crown a lot of characters. I don't. I think I've only triple crowned a few. Shamefully, Mona's not even triple crowned. She's a double. I've got 10, 8, 10 on Mona. I think I've got a crown on Bennett. Yeah, I got a crown for him. None on Zhongli, although he's 9 here. I think, no. Eula's got a single, no, she's double crowned. Yep, just like Mona. Shogun's one of my triple crown. Yelan's one of my triple crown. And I think Shenhe's my only other one. Let's see, where is she? Where's Shen? Oh, actually, I didn't crown her burst. I thought I did. I wonder if I ever crowned Ayaka's. I don't remember if I did. I did. One of these days, I'm gonna actually add another crown to her because I do need to. I need to crown this skill. Oh, I actually have a lot more of the materials for this than I thought I did. But I kind of want to hold on to these right now until I see what's gonna be necessary for Heizou. How did I get so many 5 stars? Well, Genshin Miraculous. I've been playing the game since day 1. I've made it a you know, a personal goal to have every character in the game so that I can make content for them. So I've always made a goal of reinvesting a lot of my you know, channel income, or at least a small portion, or well, some portion of my channel income, right back into it, just to make sure that I can get all the characters and continue to make content. Because what's it all, you know, what's the point if I can't actually produce the content that I should be producing with it?
Dawn, break forth!
Whoa. Yikes! That was a lot of damage. Get wrecked.
Let me scry.
Yeah, those, I think I pretty much completely wiped the floor with 3 of the 4 from that. That was pretty gnarly. I like it. Nice. Those guys didn't really get to do anything, did they? Let's see, you plan on crowning Chi-Chi first? I mean, Chi-Chi, I mean, if you're just talking about crowning her her heal, that could be worthwhile. Maybe even her burst. I don't think I've crowned anything on Chi-Chi. No, I've got her main heal at 8. One of these days, I'll probably continue to level her her burst. Honestly, like, Chi-Chi's another character that I'm probably underserved to some degree. I do need to continue leveling her. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go farm this domain because that's open today. Let's do that really quick because I do need to level this weapon to 90. I've been sitting on this one for a while. Hestia says, Sag missed the last event. Looks fun. It was okay. It wasn't like, I wouldn't necessarily call it like super crazy memorable or anything, but I will say that the rewards were cool, right? You get those, the little jiggy pets, which were pretty cool. Well, they're not pets, but they're, teapot, robots. They're pretty cool. I like them. You usually torture the Ruin Guards hunter and Faddis on the other side of that one area. Yeah, that's one of my main areas that I go to as well. All right, let's see how much use I can get out of DILUC in this domain without swapping, huh? Okay, well, now I have to because I'm probably... Oh, no, I did get my burst back. It did reset. Nice. Okay, now it's not going to. Wow, I feel like the pyro effect is lasting a lot longer than it should. What's going on here? All right, it's been a time. I'm gonna die.
Decided by destiny.
That's probably not gonna do much because they're hydro. But let's see. Well, he got squished. Here, have one of these. I don't like you. Oh, come on with the bubbles. They bubble you and laugh. What is going on with the I feel like, should I don't understand. What? Has he always done that, or is that, it's probably just a visual effect, right? Like for the new costume or something? That didn't crit. Sad face. Will Smith pillow pet the Jiggy pet. I'm disappointed I even read that. Come on, Will Smith the Jiggy pet. Like, first of all, I run the risk of revealing how old I am by even acknowledging that I understood that reference. Like, insert Captain America meme here. Yeah, the ones that just do the little dancing thing are, yeah, I like those too. Alright, let's see. Come on, let's get some energy, DILUC. Let's go. There we go. Oh, come on. These guys are trying to over jump. Jump over. Oh, over jump. What was that? It's like a crappier knockoff version of Overwatch. Over jump.
Solidify.
Let's light it up.
Good. Alright. Gene over here with it gets jiggy with it. Does it though? Alright. Burn the shield, come on!
Order guide.
Frickin' bubbles. Alright, just stay in the way of it. Okay, good, he did. I was gonna be mad if he somehow managed to dodge out of that. It's not gonna do anything. Overjump too. That is soon, isn't it? Yeah, that's right around the corner now, I think. Do we have a release date on that? I thought it was gonna be towards the later portion of this year. You know what? I just realized I haven't gone. There was like some trailer reveal stuff or something for Overwatch 2 not that long ago, and I still haven't watched any of it yet. I've been meaning to do that. It's October. Wow, that's actually sooner than I thought it was going to be. Okay, good to know. I got a friend of mine that recently moved away, but he and I used to play a lot of Overwatch together. And actually, since Genshin came out, I don't think I've actually loaded up Overwatch not one single time. But I probably should. I used to enjoy playing some Overwatch. I'm probably not what one would consider phenomenal at that game, but I feel like I have some you know, big plays every now and then.
Break forth.
Oh, come on. This guy like just smashed me in the back of the head all at once. Get out of here. Oh man, I'm dumb. That's probably why I was seeing that pyro stuff on the sword. I was probably standing in Bennett's burst and I'm just like completely making stupid observations that make no sense. Morning brain, guys. Morning brain. Welcome to my brain.
Ways to the wicked.
They said Overwatch 2 is quite good. Who said Overwatch 2 is quite good? Like beta testers or something? Oh, he got bubbled. Oh, no, I got bubbled. You had a friend obsessed with Overwatch. They made me play it a lot. They made you play it a lot. You don't gotta do nothing you don't want to do.
Adventure time.
I mean, I guess if you're bored and you don't have anything else to play, you can play it. That was your decision. This is like,
Shadows of fate.
like I don't want to admit that I played Overwatch and enjoyed it. There's nothing wrong with playing Overwatch. It's not a big deal. Unless it was like one of those situations where like I've definitely coerced my wife into playing games that she probably didn't feel like playing. I feel like she probably played Lineage 2 way longer than she would have otherwise. Can't wait to most likely fight Dendro Abyss Mages in Sumeru. Oh my god. You're correct. We're probably going to finally start encountering Dendro Abyss Mages. Oh god, I can't, like, just considering how irritating Dendro Hilichurl mages are, I can only begin to imagine how irritating Dendro Abyss Mage is going to be. We're probably going to be sitting behind frickin' you know, vine walls and or getting rooted or something. Just, oh god, it's going to be complete cancer, I can tell already. Because like every new enemy has been like degrees of magnitude more powerful than the ones that came before them, right? Like I would definitely say that the Electro Abyss Mages, even though they're not as irritating from a, you know, like they'll block you in a shield forever kind of way, they certainly are more powerful. Like, I can't remember the last time a Hydro Abyss Mage or a Cryo Abyss Mage managed to actually kill me. But Electro Abyss Mages, if they catch you in just the wrong spot, you will die. Why? Just die, man. Crit. Why? Oh, God, Mona, come on. Your crit rate's not that bad. You're not critting anything today. The Sumeru enemy links are cool. Yeah, I haven't seen any of them. Oh God, if the Dendro enemies we have now are anything to go on, Sumeru is gonna be hell on earth. Yeah, I think there might be something to that. Hey, look, the spammer is back. Can we, you know, go ahead and murder that, please? Here, Mona, do the thing. There you go. That was a lot better. Probably be a lot better if I had a, like a venom burst or something down, obviously. Here. Bye. Alright, you guys, get out of here with this. Die. That guy went flying. Just get a little bit of energy back here really quick, and then I'm gonna go see if I can finally make this Wolf's Gravestone level 40. Or, not 40, I'm sorry, 90. Why did I say 40? That number just came out of my mind, like, arbitrarily. I don't understand that, but okay. Okay, everything's good. All right, let's see if I have enough materials to do it after just, like, the small farming that I did. Maybe. Do I think that they would rework the Dendro Semitrails, since I feel like the thorn bushes might not reflect their current view of the element? No, I don't. I think they'll probably stay. You know, like Dendro is like literally like, I think it's like Greek for tree. I don't think they're gonna change it. I really don't. I think that's gonna stay exactly the way it is functionally. Let's see. I think she's usually got, yeah, I prefer the 25% chance of her return. A little bit higher chance. Got nothing for it, but a little bit higher chance nonetheless. Hey, I did get one of those though, so we'll see. I think I only needed 4 more. Let's see if this is gonna be enough. Nope, I got 3. Typical, which means I'm gonna have to probably add, use some of my fragile resin to continue adding on to that. Let's see. I think, yeah, I need 1 more. All right, we're going back. Fragile resin time. Actually, you know what? I can do it right here and just kind of shorten this process just a little bit. The condensed resin and like cut out at least 1 run. There we go. Wait, let's see. At Teyvat Historia, we have a spam bot. Yeah, I saw that. Hopefully somebody bombed it already. Sorry about that thing. Okay, yeah, Beans got it. Thank you, Beans. Who should you pull for? So I would say it's a no-brainer in terms of which of the 2 banners that are up right now is the more critical one. Klee is a underserved, never been in the meta character. Like, she's honestly, now that could change once Dendro gets here. It's very possible that could change, but you're making a bet. But you know who is not a bet is Kazuha. He's probably one of the, if not the, you know, must-roll character of Reckon for the game. If you do not have Kazuha, I will strongly recommend that you get him. He will enhance every party you put him in. He quickly became, like, I remember, like, when Kazuha came out, I wasn't all that excited about him. And I wasn't, like, at that time, I wasn't even sure if I was going to, you know, get every character in the game still. Because I was still missing some characters, and it wasn't something that I was willing to commit myself to at that time. And then I started seeing videos about the character, and so I think day 2, I went ahead and I rolled for him and got him and built him, and was like, what craziness is this? This character is ridiculous. And yeah, he makes everything better. He really does. You kind of can't go wrong with Kazuha. So yeah, Kazuha. Klee is not really, she's not in the meta. Whether or not she ever ends up fitting into the meta is, you know, hard to say. You hope, you know, you hope for Klee's sake that one day she'll find a way to fit into the meta, but it hasn't happened yet. Like I said, maybe with Dendro. It's very possible that Dendro could result in, you know, some new meta shifts. It's definitely going to shift the meta, but it could result in a pyro meta establishment. You know, I mean, that said, it's going to be really, really, really difficult to see characters like Xiangling ever be dethroned from top tier pyro application, right? Like, that is a character who has undeniable off-screen pyro presence. It can do so much damage. You know, you throw the catch on her and you just laugh as her pyro damage just melts everything on the screen. So yeah, that character is just absolute insanity and probably always will be. So, you know, even in a refreshed meta, you know, I think we're still going to be seeing quite a bit of use out of Xiangling. And so characters like Klee still may not find real resonance within the meta. I totally dodged into that. So, I don't know. I feel like you're taking a gamble if you go for Klee, but Kazuha makes every elemental party you can put him in better. So, undeniable. Easy choice, I think. And I feel very confident making that statement without a problem. You can ask the chat if anybody disagrees, but I don't think you're going to find a whole lot of people who disagree with that statement. Now, sure, Klee is fun. I think that, like, her mechanics are kind of fun, and she's, like, you know, kind of destructive and satisfying, but, like, her damage is kind of and she doesn't really deal damage that fast either, so you can get kind of stuck in awkward positions with her sometimes because of that. And her burst, you know, stops when you swap characters, which is really annoying. Honestly, if they would make one change would make Klee meta. Her burst persists when you swap characters. All of a sudden, Klee is a good character. Fix it. I don't understand why they don't fix that. Dermelis, you convinced me to fully build Xiangling. Just now or at some point in the past? In either event, do it. She is so good. It's amazing. I am still, and I've said it a ton of times, I am still, you know, somewhat ashamed of how long it took me to really see the value of Xiangling. And, you know, once I did, absolutely unparalleled pyro presence. Just ridiculous. And she's a free-to-play character. You get her for free. So that character's just dumb. Dermelius, if you want, I can even, like, I can throw my Xiangling into the party, or I can throw in my usual use for her. Like, one could argue the team I usually use her in, it's not even necessarily an optimal team comp for her. Although, yeah, I guess actually it kind of is, because it's the element reaction is not optimal for her, but it does double buff her, and she's a snapshot character. So, yeah, so, and by snapshot, that means, like, whenever you use her elemental burst, any buffs that you have applied to her at the moment you use it will persist throughout the duration of the Pyronado. So if you have her in a Bennett circle at the same time as having Kujo Sara's buff on the ground, and you've taken that on Xiangling, and then you use her burst, both of those buffs will stay applied even after they've worn off for other characters. So you get really good return from that. And this is how you end up seeing 40, 50, 60k Pyronados on that character. It's completely ridiculous. Definitely, like, if you're going to put like, I would absolutely recommend crowning her elemental burst. There's not even a doubt in my mind that that's a good use for a crown. One of the best off-screen damage applicators in the game, if not the best. Okay, let's go back and see if I can now finally level 90 this thing. Klee C6 gives a mini nuke when you end the burst early by changing characters. But who's gonna get C6 Klee other than, like, the really affluent players? Like, seriously, I make a small amount of money playing this game. It's not enough to live off of. It's enough to where I can get the characters and usually their weapon. I am not C6ing characters needlessly. I'm not. Like, it doesn't make sense to do it. And Klee is a character I would never dream of doing that for. It's just like, No. Only really affluent people, I think, should be attempting that. And I think there's probably a compelling argument that would say still probably don't do that. Your returns are not going to be strong for that character. All right, let's see. I should have more than enough now to get the one that I needed. Yeah, we're good. I should continue working on my Yanfei, make her an even tankier Fei. Yanfei's a fun character, right? Like that character is definitely satisfying. I think that there is an argument to make that she is perhaps more useful even than Klee is in a lot of parties. Just because, you know, Klee's attacks all follow that little arc path, and you can't really do anything about that. Whereas Yanfei's will go out in the straight line and hit everything. So, you know, Klee will frequently miss targets that Yanfei won't. Now, Klee does leave on-field damage from her bombs, which can be really useful. Although, I feel like another one of the major disservices that was dealt to Klee is that Venti's burst does not pull up her bombs. Jean's ability will pull her bombs. I think Sucrose's, will pull her bombs. I don't know that Kazuha's will. But Venti's won't. And that never made sense to me. I think the Traveler's burst will pick up Klee's bombs. Like, you can get a lot of synergy with Klee and other Animo characters, but not with Venti, which doesn't make sense. If Venti's burst could pick up Klee's bombs, that would also go a long way towards making some niche use for Klee. I could see a lot of uses being, you know, like, honestly, very, like, I could see a lot of very effective uses for Klee with that one change. I think if they did that and made her burst persist after you swap characters, the character actually would enter the meta. Venti's not weak. He's not as good as Kazuha. Absolutely, he's not as good as Kazuha. There was some discussion back in the day as to whether or not Kazuha was better, but I think over time everybody pretty much came to realize that Kazuha is just objectively better. But Venti is definitely still a very good character. Venti is not weak. I would argue that if your Venti is underproducing, you might want to explore some other build options or farm more artifacts to enhance him more, because if he's underserving you, there's a reason for that. All right, let's see. Where's... Oh, yeah. I was thinking about going to the Chasm because there's lots of good enemies in the Chasm that I can throw this DILUC at to see how quickly he can dispatch. If I can hit 14 to 30k per skill, how much damage would I make if I crowned her? I don't know what character I might have missed. Oh, Yanfei. I see. I don't know. I've never considered crowning Yanfei. Actually, I think my Yanfei might be like all 6s, if even. Because I kind of stopped working on her around the end of 1.4 when she came out. So, oh yeah. So she's all 6s. Yeah. I mean, these are because she's, I think, C6. Yeah. But yeah. So, I don't know. One of these days, I actually should, like, put some focus build into Yanfei for fun. Just because I have her at C6, and it seems a waste not to. But, one of these days, I'll do that. Alright, let's get some DILUC damage in. Actually, that's not bad at all. Let's get some vaporizes in. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. He died pretty quick with DILUC just pushing the advantage on him. Oh, I need to swap my gadget item. You triple crown Zhongli, Zhao, and A. I do think I've double crowned Zhao. I might have triple crowned him, did I? I can't remember now. I need to go back and take a look at that, but actually what I came to do was... What is it? Yeah, I wanted to put the, what is it, this on so that I actually had access to, the flashlight down here so that I can get rid of those little mud puddle things. Yeah, let me check Zhao. I think I don't remember if I triple crowned him, but I might have. I did not. I actually haven't. I've only one crowned him. I need to actually continue. This is a character I've been meaning to continue to upgrade. Again, I have some materials that I can do it with, because like if you're using Zhao as one of your primaries, and if you are using Zhao, he should be a primary because he's a hyper carry. I feel like he's a good character to triple 10 because he's stupidly good when you properly build him. Honestly, this is a character I have underutilized. I feel like his build isn't even bad. Like he's in a good spot. Maybe a touch more energy recharge. Is that even necessary? I don't even remember what it costs. 70. Yeah, you could use a touch more ER, but most of the time I've found that he still had it recharged on cooldown anyway. But yeah, he's definitely a good character. If you have the resources on hand to triple crown him, he will not disappoint either if you put the time into building him correctly. I thought there was one down. Yeah, he's down here in this little pit. Isn't he? Yeah, that's right. Because there might be 2 of them down here. You guess the comparison of Kazuha and Venti really depends on the situation. Personally, you see them as equally strong. So here's the reason why most people are coming to find Kazuha as better. And it's basically because, one, you can't miss with Kazuha. Just position yourself correctly, you will not miss. Venti's burst has a certain aspect of unpredictability to it, where you can just whiff his burst and it doesn't really get you any effectiveness. Also, large enemies, can basically just walk out of Venti's burst and thusly bottom out any effectiveness that it might have damage-wise, whereas Kazuha's is over such a huge area that it's really difficult to have the enemies outrange it. Also, Kazuha gives a elemental damage increase just by using him that Venti doesn't provide, which can be then stacked on top of Viridis and Venerer, which you should be using on both of those characters. So Kazuha will increase your damage more than Venti, and his skills can't miss. So there's that. Okay, let's see. I think the pathway to the other ones are over here. You might email me, Hoyo. About what? Venti is personal damage and better grouping. Kazuha is elemental damage and mini grouping. Sucrose is EM and mini grouping and thrilling tales. Yeah, I mean, Animo does have some compelling options. Yeah, it's competitive for sure. But I think that, yeah, okay, you're not going to get quite as much grouping opportunity with Kazuha compared to that of Venti. But again, I feel like even that is not necessarily an all-inclusive case. I think Venti obviously will do it for longer, right? But Kazuha will bring them all into one spot instantly, and pretty much every character will utilize that. Whereas Venti, his also brings them up into the air where your melee characters can't really make good use of it. So you have to have the right characters on field for that too. I have not found a lot of team comps where I would rather have Venti than Kazuha. I really haven't. Most of the time, if I'm choosing between the two, and I think I have them both, rigged up relatively comparatively to one another, my Kazuha outperforms. He just does. And I think I have a constellation on Venti, but I don't have one on Kazuha. So, although that Venti constellation, at first I thought it might be interesting if you were gonna, use charge shots, but early on it seemed like charge shots might actually be useful, and then we later found out that, with the exception of, some niche characters like Ganyu or Yelan, they're kind of not. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. You're missing character birthday mail as well. What? I don't know if I missed something there. Triple Crown, Xiao, and Ayaka, they are my carry in most situations. Yeah, those are both good characters to crown. Absolutely they are. A and Xiao are my carries in the Abyss. A is definitely my primary Abyss carry. My A team has yet to fail me in terms of, triple starring a floor. So long as I can put that team, at the forefront, they pretty much always carry me through it without any hassle at all.
Flames, purge!
That was not bad. He got knocked down by that. I'll take it. Mona, why are you not critting today? Your crit rate is not that low. God, I feel like she's critting like 1 in 3. She's got like a 50% crit rate. This should be better.
Upon you.
I don't understand. Mona just doesn't want to perform. Oh, where did that guy go? Get out of here. This one took a little bit longer than I would have liked. Whatever. Why did... Oh, I think I pushed him into a puddle. I was expecting to get a vaporized follow-up, but I think, yeah, he got pushed into like the rain or whatever, and so I didn't really get anything. I'm just trying to remember where as many of those knights are. It's been a little while since I ran a knight circle in here. Oh, I can kill that ruin grader. I kind of missed that jump, didn't I? Venti C1 is trash and Sag. Agreed. You have Venti and Kazuha, and I love them both. And listen, I'm not saying Venti's not good. Like I said, I think that, you know, like the whole reason this conversation started was because somebody was saying that Venti is weak, and like that is not correct. Venti is a really good character. It just, you know, if you're gonna stack them up use for use against Kazuha, I personally believe that Kazuha is much more effective. And maybe some of that is just based on, you know, personal experience, but I have used both of them quite a lot, and just the chance of missing elemental burst is something that I really don't enjoy. And so early on, a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, Venti and Ayaka are a match made in heaven," and I'm like, "But both of their elemental and both of their elemental bursts can miss." So that's like a weird kind of hell that you can experience where you charge up their bursts and both of them completely win. And that is just not satisfying to me on any level. So I am just not okay with playing it that way. I just can't. I won't do it. So yeah, I use Kazuha with my Ayaka, even though Ayaka can nicely make good use of Venti's bursts. It, you know, because, you know, Ayaka's a character that you rely heavily on her charge shot from, and you'll get really good damage out of that. But this has been a weird fight. Actually, none of these guys have died yet. They're all hanging on by a thread. Die, please. Why won't you die? He's got that pyro shield. He doesn't even have any visible health left. Just die, dude. Yeah, like DILUC is fun. I don't think he's that good still, but it's fun. I feel like he's better as like a Wolf's Gravestone support than a character that you rely on, but it might just be because I need to level his accounts more. I'm just used to characters punching up a little bit more than what I'm seeing right now. But here's something that I'm going to try to do, because I do think that maybe it's just, you know, going for the crunchy numbers with Mona's not working for him. So what we'll do
Who's our target this time?
is throw Yelan in, who will just like make everything probably way better. All right, because then I'll be getting lots of vaporized and stuff too, so that should be good. Yeah, there's certain characters when it comes to their bursts and enemies can move away from them. Yeah, like it's horrible. Like there is very few things. Oh, there's a quest right there I never picked up. I need to do that. I haven't been down here in a little bit. Hey there, Jinwoo. Looking for Zicheong. She left. Oh, that's the one who's always getting sick. But she insisted on leaving. I doubt I could have cajoled or browbeat her or beat her into staying. I just hope she knows what she's doing. Really hope so. I have to tell Muning, get him to organize a search party for that kid. We'll go to Muning. And get back to the surface. Look for Muning. Okay, cool. Well, pick that up. Good. Where is... I think there's another one kind of this way. Hey, another bot. Can we bomb that one too, please? Venti and Ayaka have two of the best bursts in the game, but they can both be some of the most annoying. Yes. So like I was saying before, like it is very unsatisfying if you miss both of their bursts back to back. It will make you very unhappy. Every time I have seen it happen more than a few times where like literally you just whiff both of their bursts back to back. So unsatisfying. Oh my god, yeah. So Yelan's definitely making that a lot better. Because her burst is dumb, and then it's all just getting vaporized, which is really, really nice. I wonder if I can get down here and kill this thing before that wears off. Probably not. Nope. It did not. I knew that wasn't going to happen. Oh, hey, a chest.
We'll need more.
I still have some stuff to dig up down here. I think I'm around like 90% or something down here. I don't even remember.
Quietly now. Here comes the test.
It's probably a waste of her burst, but I don't care. I'm actually not getting as much vaporized because of the way vaporize application works sometimes, because you know there's like stacks of element that you have to burn through. That was kind of weird. Gonna have to see what, you know, by continuing to just play the characters together and see kind of how it works. Mona is awesome for sure. Like you know, obviously Mona's still one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character altogether still, because she's just fun to me. Like a high mobility mage is just a fun class type. But you know, I understand that there's some parties that just don't work for her too. Whoa. You can do that all you want.
Quietly now.
Yelan is also a character I have come to really enjoy. I dare say Yelan is now, like, if she's not number one, she's number two in terms of like my favorite characters mechanically. I love Hydro characters, I just do. So it was, you know, most people knew like the moment she was announced that there was a strong probability that this character was going to be high on my use tier list. So that surprised nobody, but yeah, I'm still getting a hell of a lot of use out of this character. I want to say, is it back this way or is it up this way? I think it's actually to the north. Let me go up that way. I want to say it's like up and behind that wall, isn't it? No, I thought, is it this way? I think it is this way. Trying to remember where the hell that thing is. Maybe it's up here. This seems familiar. I think there's one like sitting in like a little building around here somewhere, but I haven't been running this circle that much lately, so I don't remember anymore. No, this is the Sheesh room. I know there's one around here, damn it. Maybe it was to the north. You couldn't get into Yelan. I used her even during the Perilous Trial event. I mean, like, her trial version sucked. That was not good. In fact, during the questline, it made you use her trial version, and I was upset about that because mine is really good and the trial one is really bad. So, yeah, I completely understand why you wouldn't have liked her trial version. Damn it, it's not over here either. Maybe it was to the backside. Man, I am having the worst time trying to find this one. Yeah, I mean, Mona's amazing. Like, obviously, I'm never going to have any complaints about that character because she is awesome. I cannot... Was it... I don't even know anymore. Like, I'm just getting lost now. Was it... Maybe it was just always down here. Maybe I just teleported to the wrong location and I'm just running the wrong way. I don't know. No, it definitely wasn't this location. Damn it. So I was right. It was this one. I'm just running the wrong way. Not the test run, but the one during the fighting event. One of them was terrible. I think the test run one wasn't even very good. I feel like I went this way. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I feel like I did, though. I know there's one, like, down in the, like, under area over here, but this is not the one I was looking for either. Sometimes question if miHoYo themselves knows how to build their own characters. I do feel like they probably have, you know, maybe a different, damn it, didn't mean to do that, a different view of how the characters should be used than what ends up happening sometimes. Because I mean, how could they really know how that's going to work out every time? Obviously they designed all of the artifacts and stuff, but they may not necessarily know what the absolute best use case is for these characters unless they are actually min-maxing the characters themselves after implementation. Some of it may be emergent gameplay from their perspective, so it's hard to say.
Ways to the wicked.
These are about to get set.
Yeah. Okay, lots of damage from that. I like it. Lots of vaporizes coming up. Good stuff. Yeah, he died really fast. I do think that DILUC and Yelan work together nicely. I don't know who that person is, but you're not gonna join my world. All right, so I gotta go back over here. I know there's one more over here, and I can't seem to find it. There's an opening with Geobomb. What? I don't know if I know what you're talking about there. I feel like my memory has me thinking it's this way. Let me go this way. Maybe it was back behind this. Am I just like running the wrong direction the whole time? Maybe it was this way. Yeah, there it is. It's right here. That's oh, okay. I see what you're saying. The opening behind the Geobomb. I get it now. I found it on my own though. I didn't understand your hint. Thank you. I appreciate your attempted help and my brief moment of stupidity. Oh my god. I can't talk this morning at all. All right. I do feel like there's one more down here though, because I know that there's one that's in like a, you know, an old destroyed ruin thing down here, and I can't seem to recall what the hell direction it is from my current location. Is it? I know, I feel like you teleport quite close to it, but I'm just not finding it. I feel like it was to the north, but I'm not finding the right direction. No other character impacted my playstyle like Zhongli. I wonder if there will be another tank shield like him. I doubt it. And honestly, I will agree that Zhongli will impact your playstyle more dramatically than any other. For me, it made me objectively worse at the game because I got really lazy with dodging. Which is why, with the exception of today, I usually don't put him in my party very often because he just makes me face tank everything, and it's just not good for like my long-term play style. So usually, if I'm using Zhongli, it's in Ganyu teams because he makes you not have to, you know, dodge, which is what you want for Ganyu because she's pretty much relying on her charge shots for the majority of her damage.
Take it easy.
So yeah, that's why I usually use him with her first and foremost. I'm just running around down here aimlessly. Guys, if you want Heizou, do what I did. Is what I did too when I went to Venti statue and then changed time to 00 and got Heizou. Guys, hey, that's that seems like some first class what's the word I'm looking for? Superstition stuff. But hey, listen, lots of people have summoning rituals. My wife is not particularly beyond going to specific locations to do rolls. I think she does it actually probably more than I do. I do it every now and then, but I can't remember the last time. I think Raiden Shogun was the last time I intentionally went to a specific location to do a roll. And it worked out pretty badly for me. For those of you who were here for that stream, you may remember that I got completely hosed while everybody else who also did rolls on my live stream reported and slash, like, I, you know, just they got her really quickly, and I got completely hosed on that one, like, repeatedly. I had to dig, like, I wanted C4 on my Raiden, and I did get it, but man, I had to dig for it, and it was horrible. It was horrible. That was one of the few characters where I was like, yes, I'm definitely gonna dig. I'm definitely gonna get like high constellation on this character because I wanted it. She's really one of the few that I did that with, but and she was really the one that made me work the hardest for it. It was pretty bad. Thankfully, I'm used to dodging because of other game I play, so even with shields, I still dodge. Okay, well that's good. And you should, right? But like, I don't know, for some people, like if you don't have to, you just won't. And honestly, I feel like when using Zhongli, you shouldn't dodge that much. You should let the shield do the work so that your stamina is there when you need it. And so like, I feel like with Zhongli, you know, with his shield, you know, on some level, you don't want to do the dodging. So that you maintain your stamina better. It's one of the things about the character that he affords you that opportunity. But you have to also be careful about how you go about doing that. I cannot believe I can't find this place that I was thinking of. Now I'm just wandering around in the chasm aimlessly. I feel like I've been this way. I've been to the south. I've been in every direction. It's nowhere. I don't remember where the hell it was anymore. I'm gonna go over here. Maybe it was here. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, what? How did I not get that yet? I am very confused about that vantage point over here that I haven't gotten yet. What is that about? I feel like I've been up here so many times. How have I not gotten that? I must have just like consistently overlooked that somehow. I feel like there's another one of those guys down here, isn't there? Or did I already kill him? I might have already killed him. I don't even remember now. I feel like he's at the, like near the very bottom. Maybe I didn't kill him yet. People with Zhongli don't have the fear of being yeeted off a cliff. That is also true. No, I don't know where that guy is. Is he at the backside? There's another teleport over here. I don't remember. Yeah, I think he's down here. This looks more familiar to me. Is he not? I don't know. Maybe I did already kill him. Maybe he was on the other side and I did already get him. Because I'm having a hard time remembering where this one is. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done the circle. For a little while, I had it memorized where they all were, and now it's been like 2 months or something, or a month and a half since I've done it. And now I'm having a hard time remembering where the hell they all are. All right. Looks like one of the light refreshes. I don't know. Maybe they added one. I don't know. The nails. I'm missing something in the chat. People with Zhongli. Oh yeah, I already read that. Well, you gotta look for some chests. Yo, if you're talking about like, I don't know what it is you're talking about on that. Actually, what is my percentage in here? 94. Okay, yeah, it's in the 90s. I still haven't gotten like what that is related to. I don't even remember. Like, I think I looked it up and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now. And then I have never gotten around to it. Our theories about nails were very similar, so I was happy to hear some of my own words from a theory crafting YouTuber. Fair enough, fair enough. Like, I definitely have a lot of thoughts about, you know, what they may be doing with the nails for sure. What were you thinking is going on with them? I'm just curious to hear what other people have to say about the nails at this point. You only use Toma as my tank and all that. Toma? Oh, God. Toma is... Oh, God. I am so sad about Toma, still. He should have been good. I wanted Toma to be really good. Maybe it was up here. And then he ended up horrible. I wanted Toma to be good. Like, it's just such a travesty what they did with that character. He should have been good. Oh, yeah, it is over here. All right. I did find it. This is actually the area I was thinking of earlier. Because you stick to the left side of this, and then you run behind here, and there's like this little temple thingy over here, and then after that, you go behind it. And what the hell? Stick to the ceiling, and yeah, there's like one up here. This is the one I was thinking of. There he is. I can't believe I missed this so long. You don't have Zhongli, and Toma is only... Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Do you have Xiangling? Or not, Xiangling. Xinyan. Xinyan, I think, is a better tank than Toma as well. I actually, for some time, really enjoyed using Xinyan's shield. She's a good character, actually. Constantly an underserved character, particularly if you're using a physical damage comp, because she also enhances that, although you could argue that you can just use Superconduct to do that even better. And you definitely will. Although I think hers is a physical damage increase, whereas Superconduct is also... It isn't a physical damage increase, it's a physical damage resistance reduction. Let me double check, because I don't remember if hers works the same way. It's been a little while since I used her in my party, but I did used to use her quite a bit. I think she would be in this area, would she not? Or is she lower than that? Wow, she's lower than I thought. I thought I had her at level 80, but I guess not. It's increased physical damage. So yeah, it's just a straight increase, whereas you know, Superconduct is a resistance to physical damage elimination. So those, in theory, I think those will stack, but I don't remember off the top of my head. What the hell? Well, that did something. There's still some puzzles down here I haven't done. That probably needs an electro or something. Oh, duh. This stuff. Let me just get rid of all this crap. Been a little while since I dealt with any of the puzzles down here, like having to remember the mechanics. All right, there we go.
This will do.
Okay. All right, I pretty much handled all of the knights down here, so I need to go elsewhere to see kind of what other kind of groups I can get myself into. Where there's a group. Does anybody remember where the group of ruined guards are in Economia? I can't remember. There's a big group, and I can't remember where they are. The Vishaps are probably a fine thing to like continue to test it on as well, but I feel like that other ruined guard group would be good. This group definitely, or my Mona group definitely did really well with that because it was like the big crunchy number opportunity. But I feel like the Yelan group will also still do really well with that too. And again, having Zhongli in this party just makes everything like pretty much a guaranteed success anyways, just because you can't take any damage. You don't focus his shield as main thing, only for melt reaction. Like I can use Klee, but her ult is annoying. Agreed. Klee's ult is just not good. That's the problem with it. It's never been good. I think Klee is very... It's right here. Okay, I was right. Klee is very overdue for a refresh. I think they need to buff her. I really do. Heizou's voice is so majestic, I want him to whisper in my... Oh my god. Alright. Just go ahead and hit them up with the Yelan first. Nope. Alright, let's see if I can round them up a little bit. Nope. Come on. Get a little closer, guys. Zhongli time.
Here comes the catch. I'm going in.
Stay at the edge of that.
Purge!
Nice. Oh yeah, these guys are not going to make it very long at all. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We're good. You can just base tank that with Zhongli because that's what he's for, right? Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Couldn't finish exploring Economia, and I skipped the event where we re-explored it. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was a great event, actually. But her base attack is sheesh. Oh, are you talking about Klee? Her base attack is pretty high, but it doesn't... Like, her attack is so slow. If that's who you're talking about, yeah. Her attack rate is so slow that's why they gave her a really high base attack. It was kind of as a balancing factor to give her something that she was lacking due to her attack speed being so slow. Toma I use for my no proc, and his Q allows for Velt. I combined Melt and Vaporize somewhat if you do it correctly. Fair. They were weak with low-level bad artifacts. I'm so serious. I will confess all of my sins. Jesus. Oh no, I didn't realize you missed the 3 Gateway event. It was great, and for some reason they made it 40 days long. Yeah, that was a really long event, wasn't it? It was actually, that was one of my favorites. So that was a really cool event. We learned so much about what happened in Economia from that event. That was a really good one. I really did enjoy that one. Yeah. Why DILUC? I don't know, because he's got a new skin and I feel like using him. Nobody uses DILUC. He's been such an underserved character for so long. It just seemed like a thing to do. So we're putting DILUC through his paces today, just to kind of see what what he can do in pairings with some of the newer team comps that are around. And honestly, he's doing pretty well. I really don't have any complaints about like what he's able to do, and especially like paired with Yelan with with her bursts going off, like the application of all of her bursts is just like shooting through everything, and then you get all this extra vaporize on top. It makes it do so much more damage. Like everything just gets absolutely shredded. Now, Yelan's going to shred stuff anyways, but Vaporize does increase that shred, so there's that.
Quiet now.
Oh, it didn't recharge. Doesn't matter. Bye. Fun fact, if you don't kill all the enemies here, some of them don't respawn. It's really weird. Oh, he died really fast. That Yelan Vaporize. You have Mona, Jean, and Kuching C2, but you still don't have Chi-Chi or DILUC. It's weird when I hear that people don't have DILUC. It's just weird. I can't fathom what that would be like. It's just weird to me. Just like the weird, very different experiences that some people get playing this game compared to others. You need DILUC on your main account. You have him on test account, and he's the only standard 5-star you don't have. Oof. Alright, let's see if I can get a decent charge and then dash and then charge again from this.
Quiet now.
Nice. Oh, didn't do that right, but that's fine.
Flames,
DILUC time.
purge. I will have order.
Now everybody can move. Yeah, this team is definitely still cutting through everything just fine. No complaints there.
Gotcha.
Is that an 80,000 vaporize? Yikes. Oh, Yelan. Yelan's so dumb. Definitely quickly rose to the surface as one of my most powerful characters. Far and away.
It's my lucky day.
Quiet now.
All right, nice. Yeah, DILUC is he's I feel like you need a pretty niche set of team comps to really make him work. With Yelan, obviously, is a good opportunity to make DILUC work. If like this is a character that like you've been wanting to use as a primary for a while, this would be the way to do it. I can't really think of a lot of other team comps that are going to help him shine. Maybe you could replace Zhongli with Kazuha if you really wanted to. I don't think that's going to hurt anything either.
Ways to the wicked.
But yeah, so there's a few ways that you could utilize them, but I think this is one of the better ones. And obviously my Zhongli is Tenacity, because Tenacity is also going to help, you know, stick buffs every time you use an elemental skill. And DILUC relies heavily on his elemental skill. So every time you pop his E, you're just going to get that 20%, which is really, really nice. And you do not need to use Zhongli to trigger the Tenacity set if it's on him. You can just use DILUC and get that benefit. And seeing as how Vaporize also increases damage based on attack scaling, again, you're getting additional attack for having that. So it works nicely. Oh yeah, he is. I think it is lay waste to the wicked or something like that. Yeah, because he has a whole new set. Gene, he has a whole new set of voice lines with the costume.
Flames, purge. Lay waste to the wicked. Dawn, break forth.
And he's got a few here
We should
too.
prepare while we can, then make a preemptive strike against the enemy. Let's take a moment to rest and plan our next move. Every course of action has its risks. Be careful.
Who are my top 4 damage dealers? Tyrell, Antoine, my top 4 damage dealers. A is definitely number 1, like far and away. My A consistently just absolutely obliterates everything with low effort. She's definitely my number 1. I think, oh God, number 2 starts to get a little bit more complicated. I feel like my my Ayaka and my Eula are both really, really, really good, and Yelan is also really, really good. So I would say probably in terms of like just quick burst, like if I'm gonna say like high numbers right away, Eula is probably number 2, with probably Yelan and Ayaka as 3 and 4. Is probably how I would evaluate the way the builds have worked out for those. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So again, with having Tenacity on this character, whenever an elemental skill hits an opponent, you do have to hit the opponent with the skill, but it can be triggered. The attack of all nearby party members is increased by 20%, and their shield strength is increased, which also helps. Can be triggered only once every 0.5 seconds. So if you're not using it, it is a good buff, but you do have to hit the enemies with it. So it's not something you can just like toss down like one of his stone steels or whatever, and then, you know, out of combat and then run in and trigger. It doesn't work that way. You do have to get a contact with them, but he will give you that. So, but like I said, you do have to make contact with it. Let's see. Somebody's saying Zhongli needs to be hit. I don't think you need to be hit for tenacity to work. That's not how that's supposed to work. Because it makes the effect can be triggered even when the character who is using the artifact set is not on the field. They specifically take a mention to say that when an elemental skill hits an opponent, so any elemental skill hits an opponent, that's even characters who are not Zhongli. So like we can actually just test that by going to any enemy and seeing if a buff is active right after using his elemental skill, and then also seeing what his attack difference is. So let's see, 3066 by default. Oh, there's no enemies. They're gonna be back behind me over here. Yes. And then if we see a buff indication, then we should be able to just go off screen here and see. E. It doesn't look like it's on screen, but it still says 3066. That's weird. You might be right about that. I always assume that worked. Oh, nope, there it is. It is up there now. 3158. So yeah, there it is right there. And Zhongli was never on screen to produce that. And it wasn't Wolf's Gravestone because that doesn't proc until below 30%.
Dawn, break forth! Order guide you.
I knew I was like, wait, no, I understand how this works. What the hell are you talking about?
Busted.
Yeah. All right, now Wolf's Gravestone is up, so everything just gets to die now. So one of the things that I've definitely found to be very useful as a auto attacker also is just Eula using her own burst, or not Eula, Yelan using her own burst, just because you don't have to run to the enemies to actually get the damage application, because she can just do it from a distance, which is really nice, especially in you know, like Spiral Abyss, where you need to cut the distance between the enemies and stuff with you know, as quickly as possible in order to really maximize your output. Yeah, Yelan is actually really good because the party that I usually use Yelan in is with Jean, Xingqiu, and Kazuha, and that team is absolutely melting stuff. And I've not taken it to the Spiral Abyss yet, but I'm going to probably tomorrow, and I'm really excited to see how that team is going to work in the Spiral Abyss. You almost got your first 100k with Shogun in a domain a couple of weeks ago. It was 97k something. Yeah, Raiden Shogun, like I said, is undeniable. That's why, like, when the question was asked, I didn't even stop for a second to discuss like who my highest damage dealer is, because it's definitely Raiden Shogun. That is a character I have reliably hit 650,000 damage with. Reliably. I don't even have to really have a big build up to make that happen. Yeah, you do have to have, you know, the ring above her head charged up. And you do want to be in the Bennett buff, and you do want to have the Sara buff on at the same time. But that is my team, right? It's Bennett, Sara, Xiangling, and Shogun. So you've got Pyro Resonance, and then you've got those other two characters buffing her, and then you've got her own buff that adds up. And reliably, I don't even have to try. It just happens by running the rotation, and then that damage is just on tap frequently. I've one-shot so many enemies with that you wouldn't think should be one-shot. One of the things I've actually been trying to do for the longest time, and I always miss it because I don't get the crit or something, or I don't quite time it right. I've been wanting to just get like what is essentially like the one shot on Darius, and so that he doesn't go into his second phase, because you can just one shot him through it. Yeah, I actually did it accidentally once, and I didn't record it, and then I was like, I didn't even know you could skip that. And so I've been trying to actually do it again. I've not been able to replicate it easily because you have to time it so perfectly. And I don't need to kill that boss most of the time. So yeah. Iron Woodkid asked what C is on my ride, and she is C4. She is my one real, really overbuilt, like, limited character. So her crit rate is not that high, but honestly, most of the time her attack speed is so fast it does not matter. With her ER and her crit damage being like this, that 650,000 damage comes up way more often than you might think. But yeah, she is C4. I've not tried to go C6 on her rerun. I was like, it's just not necessary. She's really good without any additional building. I've not really messed with her since early on. I built her the way she is, and she's been this way, and she's carried my Spiral Abyss team without any problems for a very, very long time. Like I said, I do think that Eula is probably my second. Her crit rate is only right at 50%, but with 200% crit damage, she does tons of damage with her E. She has no energy recharge. I do need to attack how I use Eula a little bit in terms of energy recharge. But here's the thing, I always use her in groups with Superconduct and characters that will give her back a lot of energy recharge, as well as keeping her with a cryo battery. So usually I still get her burst on cooldown just by good team building, which is something that a lot of people overlook in terms of, you know, getting elemental bursts back on cooldown. Like, good team building will also help you do that without having to rely on the stats. So that's one of those things that you need to do. Victoria's Creations asked, would I ever do account reviews? Yes, actually. I am well overdue for one or two because I actually do have account reviews as one of the things that you can spend your points on over on my Twitch. I do have a couple of people like Akaran who have actually used their points to request, and I have not gotten around to doing it. If Akaran's still around, I need to get with him about finally doing that. Probably this week, because it's stream week, man. Like, this is the time to do it. So yes, I will do account reviews. It is something I would like to do, and it's something that is super overdue. So anyways, guys, it is noon, and I gotta be at work in just over an hour. So I need to take off so I can go eat lunch and start getting ready for work. Thanks for being here on the stream. Had a good time just testing out DILUC, talking lore, talking builds. I will have another stream tomorrow, likely in the morning. I'm going to be doing the Spiral Abyss finally, so I may start it a little earlier. But I might have to get up a little earlier to do that because I need to work out in the morning and all that stuff. So, you know, jam-packed schedule, working evenings, so I got to cram everything into the morning. It's crazy. If you're on YouTube, how can you redeem? I haven't figured that out yet. I need to look into that. They are adding more features to the stream functionality in YouTube, so I actually need to look and see how I can begin to utilize some of those newer features, and maybe I'll get back to you on that. Yeah. Eula is already built for Cryo Electro Comp, so ER on Eula is not necessary. I agree. I mean, like, honestly, one of the things that was criticized a lot about early on with my Eula build was that it didn't have enough ER. And I was like, you're crazy. I can just use her in an Electro Superconduct team, and she's going to get it back on cooldown anyways, and I've consistently done that. So it really doesn't matter. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, I got to take off. I need to go eat lunch so I can get ready for work. But thanks for being here, guys, and I will catch you in the next stream. I don't have a new catchphrase yet, so I'm going to figure that out one of these days. But yeah. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for being here.